Ladies and gentlemen, SideStrafe back with MechWarrior Online, and this is the Rifleman. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Another long-awaited, formerly considered unseen mech, back where it belongs. But really excited about this one simply because it's got top-mounted weapon systems, or higher-mounted weapon systems, similar to the Jaeger and of course the Blackjack. This build here is simply for fun. This isn't meta or anything. This is just, hey, why not? I can do it, so let's do it. Quad AC2s, 2 medium lasers for backup. You know, it might be a bad idea, but I don't care, right? Video games are supposed to be fun, so let's see what we can do with this. I've got it in chain fire right now. I'm going to put it in group at the moment. I switch between chain and group because sometimes it's nice to have that suppression effect. A little bit of psychological warfare, mess with people, push them back. They see a constant stream of autocannon fire, they want to fall back. But group is good when you need to just get all that damage out in bulk, in case you got people that are playing peekaboo. Contact out front there. We've got the range extension mod on the ACs and the lasers. I'll watch out for this friendly here, but we'll kind of keep them covered. I'm going to switch to chain here so we can see the difference. See how we get that rate of fire there? It's enough to want to push somebody back.
New target acquired.
Might not necessarily net you effective damage, but it messes with them. They don't always know what's hitting them either. Sometimes you can tell by the sound, but
New target acquired.
gotta watch this friendly still. Keeping an eye on the minimap here because I don't want to get left behind. I'm also not using my track IR this video. I love it in flight simulators. Invaluable. One of the coolest pieces of kit I've ever had. The problem is in MechWarrior, it's just a bit distracting. It seems to only work well while I'm traveling. Otherwise, I find myself wanting to deactivate it when I'm in combat. So, you know, since you have a torso that can rotate, it's I don't know if it's necessary.
New target acquired.
Frack me, man! I'm seeing a lot of autocannon fire today. It's possible it's because of all the riflemen out there. You know, I don't blame people. But I guess that's a good thing. You know, we're so used to just seeing laser boats everywhere. This isn't really a great hull down or leg down map.
New target acquired.
So I'm trying to keep my distance here. Go back to group fire.
New target acquired.
These guys are making their move, I think.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Nice, got him. There's another rifleman.
Target acquired.
Somebody's above us, apparently.
New target acquired. Target destroyed.
Another one down. Oh, Atlas on the 6. Thank goodness for large trees, I guess, for now anyway. We're not gonna make it here. Oh wow, I just got split in half by like 3 mechs at the same time. Dang it, that was a good flank by the enemy team there. But yeah, 226. You know, I could probably do more than that and quite a few other builds, but
Warning, incoming.
the engagement by the enemy team was just a lot better. I think they had high ground, and then they came over with a flank, and we managed to take 7 of them with us, so at least it wasn't a shutout. Yeah, 226, 2 killing blows, a little bit of team damage. I think it was that Jaeger in the beginning. Nothing crazy there. Again, this is a just strictly fun build. I think the highest I've done with it in practice, a little over 300. I haven't hit anything crazy, but again, the matches for me today have been pretty poor. I think it's one of those things where if you play on patch day, or especially if it's a content patch, you're just kind of asking for trouble. Especially if there's a new mech, you are just simply asking for trouble. But here it is. It's a great looking mech. And, you know, I love pairing up the weapons and making everything match. I've got my Sherman camo here. The build is here. Nothing crazy. Again, I'm not saying that this is the build of all builds. You know, this is just something I cooked up because I wanted to have a better blackjack, really. AC2s, as much ammo as I can pack in here. XL245, which can make things dangerous, but the side torsos haven't been too much of an issue for me. 3 double heat sinks, 2 medium lasers, ammo where I can put it. It works. Modules. I've got range increase and then radar depth. Eventually I'll probably throw in a advanced zoom. I think I need to skill up real quick. I don't know if I have enough points. Apparently I do, yes. So heat containment, I'm going to go for, I think, kinetic burst. Increase my acceleration there. We are a heavy. And then I would also, I like hard break, actually. That works for me. All right. I'm going to go ahead and do another match here and see if we can do a little bit better this time around. All right. Well, not the worst map for this build. HPG, heat won't be too much of a factor. A lot of riflemen. Yeah, so yeah, 1 there. And then yeah, 2 more in front. It's a fine mech. And I think these guys know it. Frack me, I'm already taking damage. I hate when this happens. Man, they just zipped on out of there. Alright, well, there's not much I can do. I'm going to have to go for it. Alright, we made it. Let's just stick with the team here and see if we can get into some cover quickly. This map has these angled kind of ramp structures here that you can do well on if you're in a mech like this. Yeah, last match was kind of pathetic in terms of damage, but it was satisfying shooting at those guys with this build. We'll just see what we're dealing with in this situation. Teams have been on point for the enemies, at least, that I've been dealing with today. I always wonder about that percentage chance.
Target acquired.
Stormcrow out there. This guy's getting some loving from the enemy already.
New target acquired.
Let's see. This thing here is getting in the way.
New target acquired.
What is up with this Raven?
Target destroyed.
All right.
New target acquired.
They're backing off. We've taken the hill. Hill of Rifleman, it looks like. Contact.
New target acquired.
I gotta improve my torso twisting a bit. Problem is sometimes you take the hill, they want it back.
New target acquired.
This is like Rifleman
New target
everywhere.
acquired.
I'm gonna switch to group fire or chain fire, just to help with a little bit of suppression.
New target acquired.
I mean, that's just satisfying. All this game needs is some better sound effects, and that'd be even more fun. Still keeping an eye on the mini-map. Look at that guy's colors. Alright.
Target destroyed.
Looks like we got this match. Push up a little bit here. Uh-oh, incoming. Give me something else to shoot at. I need more damage. I don't think we've got anything. They're in the back, maybe?
Target acquired.
Switching back to group fire so we can get in as much damage as possible on the way out here.
New target acquired.
Boy, did we take this top point or what? Oh, time to damage the legs. And time to do it once more to just get a piece of this last guy here. Where is he?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Ah, it's like it's funny because you know the developer's name is Piranha, but it's literally like piranhas feasting on fresh meat, you know, just tossed into a lake or something. 227, similar to the last game there. Just it really comes down to the situation. We still have plenty of ammo left over. Lasers there for backup. It's fun. It's a fun build. It really is. You know, it's not going to win you any tournaments, but it's just one of those enjoyable builds, I think, that I like to mess around with. And it reminds me of just a souped up blackjack BJ1. But, you know, with that said, I'm going to do one more since that was a fairly short match. Okay, final round for me here. I'm going to see if we can maybe get into 300 plus damage. But again, it's situational. Or it just depends on what kind of action you see. And this is the kind of build where you're not going to get a lot of damage up front. But I always try to think about the psychology of war, the suppression effect, hitting a mech repeatedly with fast-firing weapons being enough to, you know, to keep them back. So if you're in a group that's coordinating and you got other people that are acting as damage dealers or, you know, brawlers of some sort, you can go in there, you can just suppress. You can just drive people nuts with these weapons. So I think this build, you know, it has a purpose, but solo, you know, it might not necessarily provide you with the damage that you're looking for. Anyways, let's see what these guys are up to. Looks like we're looking for dance partners or something. We did drop into darkness, so night vision for the win. See what's going on up here. Oh, I don't know if this is their main assault force or looks like a Jenner. I gotta watch that friendly fire. Just tap them with lasers for now. It's the only way I can hit them at the moment. And
Target destroyed.
Nice. Alright, well, that's one scout down. Apparently they're down two. I don't know where the other one was. I guess it was the one that was behind them.
Target acquired.
Alright, I'm gonna... Well, I don't have it. I usually like having advanced zoom.
Target acquired.
I can barely see that guy.
New target acquired.
Friendlies, friendlies everywhere. Oof, let's back off here. Somebody else has got some autocannon. I'm telling you, it's autocannon day, and I really don't blame people, all these riflemen. Funny enough, though, I've actually been seeing a lot of other mechs that aren't riflemen equipping AC. So maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a buff to ACs in the patch or something. I don't know. Usually it's just lasers everywhere. So, you know, this is actually kind of good.
New target acquired.
Autocannons, in my opinion, require more skill. You know, the one time I don't have advanced zoom, I usually always have it. Especially
New target
that
acquired.
guy
Base is being captured.
coming around at us here. Alright, let's see. That guy keeps walking into a wall. Let's see if we can flank around him here. Is he by himself? Alright, it's one of those standing deaths. Yeah, I mean, I do kind of miss using the track IR, because right now I would be using it to look around, but it just distracted me too much in combat.
New target acquired. Warning. Target destroyed.
Watch that CT.
Warning,
Get into cover! Fracking missiles all over the place. We've taken way too much damage. Don't tell me I can't get through here. This thing with speed tweak would be pretty nice, I bet. 8-0.
Target acquired.
I don't know that I'm going to get the damage that I wanted out of this match, but I'll take a win.
New target acquired.
Black Widow.
Target destroyed. Heat level critical. Target acquired. Heat level critical.
Having them in chain is fun. It might not necessarily be the most effective thing to do with them, but it just sounds nice. Again, with some better sound effects, it'd be pretty wicked.
Target destroyed.
I'm gonna say that I'm probably in the same score range. I can't imagine that I did much there. If the game feels like letting me know. Yeah, well, we did get a little higher there. 271, almost hit 300. Yeah, highest I've seen so far, I think a little past 300. But again, very situational. You're not going to get that upfront alpha, I think, with this, but you're going to be able to, over time, annoy the living daylights out of the enemy. You just need to make sure that you're with your team. Wow, that was a shutout. I hate matches like that, being on the losing side. It's just so demoralizing. But anyways, good job to the team. This will probably end up being one of my favorite heavy mechs in the game, simply because of the mounting solutions, and well, it looks cool. So With that said, ladies and gentlemen, really hope that you've enjoyed today's look at the Rifleman. Stay tuned for more, and I will definitely see you on the next one.